Catch me drifting on a lunar tide. Charts glowing teal in the moonlight sky. Market makers try to pull me under, but I float on rhythm, crash like thunder. Candles burn slow, I'm calm, I'm patient. Stacking these sets, yeah, that's my nation. Wave rider surf where the fear runs deep. By the dip, hold strong, no sleep. And when the tide turns red, we don't panic, we ascend. Cause we know this wave don't end, it just bends. Yeah, to ride the lunar wave with me, out past fear and disbelief. Teal and purple energy, we break the chains and find our peace. Ride the lunar wave with me, let it crash, we still believe. Through the dark, the light we see. Ride the lunar wave with me, feeling that bass line in my chest. Charts pulse like a cosmic test, from 0 to 100K and back. But the moon's our map, we stay on track. If earth can shake, was built with soul. Transparency, that's how we roll. LBC, no grift, no greed, just truth and beats and Web3. Yo, we don't chase height, we trace lines. Break structure, divine signs. Macro meets micro, design a line. This ain't luck, this is grind refined. Wave riders worldwide, synced in motion. From the coastlines to crypto oceans. Every tide's just a new devotion to the rhythm of decentral emotion. Ride the lunar wave with me, beyond the noise and disbelief. Teal and purple destiny, moonlight trading therapy. Ride the lunar wave with me, past the lies of legacy. Stack the truth, set your spirit free. Ride the lunar wave with me. Ride the lunar wave with
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for joining me this evening, this Sunday, October 19th, 2025, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. You all are absolutely beautiful and amazing, as always. Thank you for joining me again. How you doing? Hope you all had an amazing weekend. About to wrap it up and get ready for the week ahead. Gonna go over the macro stuff as usual for Sundays. Kind of get a feel for what we might see this week. We shall see. Referring to the title, not bullish enough. We'll get into that. And yeah. But anyways, how you guys doing? Thank you for being here. Mr. C, I believe that's Duality C. Thank you for being here. Not of this world. Alexandra GGGG, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here. Alexandra G. And pinning that Discord link in the chat. I do appreciate you for doing that every single night that we are live. Al Jr., good evening. Amazing P-Pal. What's going on, Al Jr.? Thank you for being here, my dude. What's going on, Harp? Thank you for being here. Metal Horns. Oh, there's what this is how we're looking now, guys. Hopefully YouTube doesn't censor me or whatever. But yep. It's looking way better, way better. What's going on, David Gelfin? Thank you for being here. Thank you all. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. Let's get into the charts, shall we? All right, guys. So I wouldn't exactly say this is a bullish candle, but it is good on the weekly chart that we swept this low, this internal range low, and then we closed back within this range. So that's good. that means we could turn around from here, potentially. And this little push down at the beginning of the week could just be a test. Where'd it go? Oh, we haven't actually touched it yet. Okay, so it could just, we'll see. We'll see where we go, okay? Much love and all, but Blood Diamond on the 5 minute. It's a 5 minute, bruh. Calm down. Yeah. Yep, so, I mean, we're getting a little bit of a pullback. I've got the Chart Prime Quantum and Dynamic Reactors on the chart. Decided to bring these back because I really liked them, especially on the 1 hour. They're pretty good. They're pretty nice. So, you can see we got a rejection off of those. So, I want to see price get above both reactors, get a back test, and then push to the upside. Now, do I think we can push to the upside? Absolutely. It's not about can we. It's about what we do. How far can we go? That's the big question. Right now, my area of interest are these equal highs. So I do think we will at least come back up to take these out. Not that, this. We have our previous month high just above that, and our previous quarter midpoint just below that level. And the previous week high are those highs as well. Why are those levels important? Because they always are. They are always important. Now, the previous quarter high, we have already swept that. We've also just swept the previous quarter low. Now, this is the Coinbase spot chart. The perp charts had already swept the previous quarter low, but then it was the spot chart's turn. So what does this mean? So we've already swept the previous quarter high and the previous quarter low. And now we've gotten back above the range. So if we take the previous quarter high, which is this high right here, not right there, I'll have to change it. Right here. Change this to premium and discount. There we go. So that's essentially the range. So once we get above the 50% level, see there's your previous quarter midpoint right there, then we get into premium. And that's where things get a little bit tricky. As always, you got to be patient. And what do I mean by not bullish enough? Well, basically, that the chart is not bullish enough to get super bullish just yet. Yes, technically that means I used clickbait. But you got to do something, right? Got to do something. I didn't say you're not bullish enough. I just said not bullish enough. What does that mean? It means we're not bullish enough to get super bullish yet, okay? The chart is not bullish enough to get super bullish yet. What's going on, Melissa? One love. LBC OG in the house. How you doing? Thank you for being here. So, main thing is going to be getting above the quantum and dynamic reactors. As you can see, in the past, we get above both. We have a nice little move to the upside, consolidate at both of them, get below them, and then push down. Now, it's not always the case, but it happens pretty often. Once you get above, both of them turn green. Okay, we're looking good. Nice little move up. Once you get below both of them, they both turn red. Okay, start looking for shorts all the way down. This, just because this turns green, guess what? Quantum reactor, still red and kind of neutral right here. So it wasn't ready to turn green yet. And look what happened with the price. It had to go lower. Price breaks above. Both turn green right here. All right, time to go put in that swing long. And this is where it gets a little bit messy. But then again, like I said, you wait for them both to turn. And since you get mixed signals here, yeah, maybe you fall below here. They both turn red. You get a push to the upside. Now, in context, you see what? You see you did not sweep this low. Okay? But you did sweep this low. Either way, I mean, if you get stopped out here, you get stopped out. It is what it is. If you like put in a short from here, now there are other rules that you can follow, such as if price is coming up to a dynamic reactor and quantum reactor, and they are both red, then you look for a bearish engulfing candle before you enter the short. Since that did not happen right here, instead it was just green, you don't enter the short. Simple as. What's going on, Trade Intuition? Thank you for being here. I just virtually are wild. So yeah, just kind of looking for potential pullback down here to the previous month low, sitting right here at about 107,280. 107,280. That's also coming back to the top side of this previous range in here. So you can, that range right there. And then we'll want to see a bounce off of that. If we don't get that bounce, then I'd look for us to come down and take out the previous day low and potentially come down to tap that previous quarter low. Bullish case, we did take out this high, but the question is that just an SFP, and are we just going to move down? Now, very much so, that could be the case. Come down. Remember, internal and external range liquidity. If this is the range from swing level, so this is swing level, okay? This is the range of this level, okay? You've got the midpoint of the range right about there. You've got equal lows. And what else? You have discount below that midpoint, of course. So you do what? You look for buys. Price comes back down in here, sweeps the internal range lows, and then comes back to the highs. That's what I would be looking for, will be looking for, personally. Standard. 786 down here below the previous quarter low. Golden pocket right below those equal lows. So generally speaking, let's get rid of all of this mess. Let's get rid of the mess. Let's bring the fibs back up. Standard. There we go. Take a... Oh, and it's right on this candle right here, too. Imagine that. It looks nice. Oh, nope. 786 is down here. Boom. All right. So now we get rid of the fib. And that's the level I'll be looking to get to. 105, 885. 105, 885. We get a bounce, then we're good from there. Just below the low. Now I will adjust this because I won't just buy it here. You know, I've got to see a bounce. I've got to jump down from the 1 hour down to the 5 minute and look for a shift in market structure on the lower time frames. But generally speaking, this is what I'm looking at for a potential trade. Now, could also wait a little bit longer, be a little more patient, and wait for the 1 hour to cross the reactors, and then come up, come down, test the reactors, get a little bit better risk to reward depending on where this low comes in. There you go, a little 4-4 risk to reward. Not as much gains, but not as much, but better risk reward, kind of. Actually, no, this was actually a pretty darn good risk reward, wasn't it? I didn't even look. 3.69 or so. I mean, it all depends on how this looks. If it comes down, comes down into here. God, I cannot speak tonight. I mean, that's a 5-to-1 on its own. So that's 4.2. So yeah, I mean, still a better risk to reward, and you could even possibly even tighten this up a little bit depending on how this is looking at the time. But yeah, generally speaking, that's what I want to see. I want to see a bounce here, down here. I want to take out these equal lows. I want to see a bounce off this level, off between the golden pockets and the 786, golden pocket and 786. Get a bounce, get above the reactors, and back test and go. That would be absolutely beautiful. If we don't get that, then I'll look for take, come up, fail, roll over. That simple. Maybe even a little bit lower, so we come back and test that level, that low, and we turn that into resistance. Let's hope we don't, okay? All right. So that's very short term. We'll see. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we should have our answer by the end of the week. Are we going to have a bullish week or a bearish week? Well, Monday might give us a better answer, okay? So we'll have to wait for Monday, and we'll see. Wix Wi-Fi 89. Thank you for being here, 2Dub. Thank you. Jesus Saves. What's going on? God bless you, Jesus Saves. Thank you for being here. All set. Fam in the house. What's going on? Bro, how you doing? Bitcoin dominance. Still looking kind of bullish. Let's take a look at the history of the Quantanium and Dynamico reactors. Chart prime. Both green. Both green. I mean, both red. Pretty solid. Let's go to the daily. Let's back this up. All right. Wow. Okay. All right. Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 59.66%. Maybe it's trying to make its way back up to that 60 percentile and hopefully get a rejection. Hopefully for our alts, that is. If you are holding alts, you want to see Bitcoin start to lose through the alts. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't really think if Bitcoin goes up, pretty much the whole market goes up. So, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Bitcoin, as long as it could go up. But it would be outgaining, remember, it would be outgaining most of the market. So, Ethereum, cool. Back above. Is this a weekly or the daily? Okay. Yeah, it's a daily. Back above a daily order block over here from back here. Okay. It actually bounced off. Did it bounce off that last candle? It sure did. Look at that. Nice bounce off there. Come back down to the dynamic reactor, and holding the dynamic reactor for support on the daily is Ethereum. Getting a sweep of the previous month low. previous quarter midpoint. Yearly open, it's all the way down here. ETH not looking too shabby. It's as long as we can continue to hold the dynamic reactor, it is still green. The quantum reactor is still green. So those are looking good. We still have those equal highs up here, and I'm pretty certain that they'll want to get taken out. I'm leaning a bit more bullish. I just still don't know if we have one more flush or not. That's typically how these things go. You get the really big crash, and then you get everybody's hopes up one last time, flush the market of the leverage again, and then out of here. That's what that's a very real possibility. So, but right now, let's go down to the 1 hour for ETH. How are we looking? We got a break. We got a downwards trend here. Break of the downwards trend. I'd rather slice through that wick and pick up more highs. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, you can see we're in a downtrend, and then you get a break of that downtrend. You break this high, so that's good. You break that high over here. Now we get a back test of the quantum reactor, bullish back test. Now we need to get back above the dynamic reactor, and then things would be looking probably pretty tasty here. But if Bitcoin's going to go down and sweep its equal lows, then Ethereum might go down with it. So just be cautious of that. I imagine the liquidity will be swept tomorrow, one way or the other, hopefully, and then we can get the show on the road. But generally speaking, it's broken above both the reactors, the Char Prime, Quantum, and Dynamic reactors. So that's good. I'm bullish on BTC, but currently shorting. Yep. Fading it. But Ethereum is actually looking a little bit better than Bitcoin at the moment. But remember, like I said, if it gets a pullback, it'll pull back more in percentage than Bitcoin will. So be careful. That's why I use less leverage on Ethereum and alts in general, but less leverage on Bitcoin or Ethereum than I do on Bitcoin. XRP, how are we looking over here? Man, I mean, that's just a beautiful back test, you know? It's beautiful. Another weekly close below. See, we actually, the week prior, even though we got the big dump, which came right down to the quantum reactor, holy smokes, on the weekly chart, we closed the weekly above this rising support. So not too bad, but now we've closed the next one below. Might have a little more time here on XRP. Now, XRP does tend to follow Bitcoin pretty closely. So if Bitcoin goes, then it's very likely XRP would follow suit. So XRP is pretty, even though its ups and downs are way more volatile, it still goes like up and down with Bitcoin. So it's like Bitcoin will go up 10%, XRP will go up 20%, right? Bitcoin will go down 5%, XRP will go down 15%. Like, you know, it's more up and down and kind of ranging most of the time. You know, Bitcoin's pumping, it's going up, but all it's doing is going up to the top of a range. Bitcoin dumps and it goes back down to the bottom of the range or sweeps the range, you know, whatever it is. But they usually move at the same time. Just XRP is just a little butthead about it. That's all. That's all. Let's take a look at the total crypto market. And then we'll look at the CMEs. See what the CMEs are saying. We did get another close above this low over here, so that's good. Another test of demand here. That's good. Another bounce. So this little move that we're getting to start the week, I still think we have maybe a little bit more to go. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Daily, let's see. Yeah, I really want to see us come down and take this low. Maybe come down to the 786 at $3.43 trillion. That would be very nice. How much? Even a bounce down here around the golden pocket and the quantum and dynamic reactors where they are pretty much linked up, right? That would be nice. Come down here, little sweep, bounce, and then rip. Just don't panic sell yet, okay? Excuse me. No, it was a cough, thank you. False move Monday. Yeah. Could be. What's going on, Kelly? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Because I see the bull div on a 4-hour on all the higher MC coins, but the big A liquidity wick has not been filled at most. So I see with the MF on red, come get that money when Asia opens and brings back up. Okay. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row of... those aren't weekly candles. Whoops. 2 weeks in a row of selling, of the crypto market selling off. Let's go to the altcoin market. Okay. Okay. So we've gotten below the bodies. And we've gotten below the lows. Altcoins are just not having a good time. Not having a good time for the most part. If I were a betting man, and I'm really not, sometimes. I mean, most of the time I'm not. Sometimes I do take some bets, but if I were a betting man, I would say altcoins are going to continue to struggle and Bitcoin is going to continue to rise because it is getting institutional adoption. And I would be looking at the things that have ETFs coming, things that already have ETFs, your Ethereums, your XRPs, your Solanas, your Bitcoins. Was it Cardano that has an ETF coming? I think I even saw AVAX, a lot of the top 10 stuff. So really, I mean, I feel like those are going to suck up a lot of liquidity, at least in the medium term, short to medium. And then those will be the first ones to go. And then all the other junk will go. Junk? Yep, I said junk. Yo, Crypto Squid, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Thank you for being here. If you're a Forex person, the trapped longs were taken out. Well, you've got to be a little bit more specific on what pair. Are we talking the Dixie? What are we talking? Total 3. These are the rest of your altcoins. Or this is the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Still well above the dynamic and quantum reactors, so don't forget that. Same with the total 2. So, I mean, it's not that I'm bearish, it's that I'm not very bullish. Because the chart's not bullish enough. Oh, BTC always. Wait, that doesn't make sense. You said if you're a Forex person, the trapped longs were taken out. What does that have to do with Bitcoin? Bitcoin's not Forex? That's what I'm... Trapped longs and trapped shorts from the weekend on BTC below and above the weekend trap. Right. And I think that's... pretty much what I was going over here. With these lows in here. I'd be watching those. Be watching those. What Bitcoin? Oh yeah, it was on Coinbase. Now they're only relatively equal on the perp chart. So are these. Yeah. Almost want to go ahead and just open a short. Need the rules. Wick test, and drop. All I see is liquidity. Yeah. Why don't you chart before the stream? I did. But mostly Bitcoin. What's going on, Chris Klein? How you doing, my friend? Good evening, good evening. If you guys wouldn't mind going ahead and smashing up that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Help boost me in the YouTube algorithm. Also, guys, I posted it in the Discord, I believe Friday. Ask how many stickers you guys want so I know around about how many I need to get. Stickers of the LBC logo. This one right here. Okay. So let me know. They're 4 inches by 4 inches for $4. Okay. That's going to be it. So just let me know. Hit me up in the Discord if you want some. I know Wifey said that she's going to get 4 of them. So that's dope. Wick's wife. 2-dub, as we say. So yeah, still, right now I'm still thinking, lower. We are getting a little bit of a bounce here off of VWAP, but we might lose it. So a little bit of an indecisive candle here, a little bit of getting into that fair value gap here. So I would just be patient here with Bitcoin. Let's go to the 15-minute, see what we're looking like here. Yeah, we've got a massive fair value gap down here on the 15-minute. Quantum reactor all the way down here. Let's check out the liquidity in these candles real quick. Oh, I turned it up. Where'd it go? Not the liquidity in the candles, but our 15-minute candle got taken. Okay, 1 hour. Nada. Definitely this one. Definitely this one. Above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour. Yeah, gotta be careful. 4 hour. If it doesn't come down for these lows, one, I'll be surprised. But two, if it doesn't, then it's probably gonna have a pretty nice push up. If it doesn't do that, but if it continues here and breaks above that 50 on the 4 hour, come down to the 1 hour, comes back, that breaks above your quantum and dynamic reactors also, and you're already above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour, that'd be looking pretty bullish. But then, if it did anything like this, what would concern me is that, and then oh boy, we got a lot of work to do, fam. Got a lot of work to do. Well, we don't, but Bitcoin does. Bitcoin has a lot of work to do before it gets in my good graces. It is not bullish enough. Not bullish enough. Surely you can take some short-term scalps if it takes the liquidity. Take a look at the Dixie. Let's zoom out. Okay, got up into that inverted fair value gap last week, took it out. hit the dynamic reactor on the daily chart prime dynamic reactor. I am not sponsored by Chart Prime, by the way. Maybe one day. I haven't reached out to them because I just haven't been using it. So why reach out to them if I haven't even been using it? You know what I mean? But yeah, this was a correction in ABC. I talked about that last week, how this was looking like an ABC correction. And sure enough, it pushed off of that dynamic reactor and that fair value gap. So we swept this low. We come up into that fair value gap. Right now, it's just kind of, I mean, it's in the middle of the range, so it's kind of, it's sit on hands time for the Dixie. We'll just have to see what it does this week. Not that it really has made too much of a difference for crypto, but recently, there's not as much of an inverse correlation right now between the two. It's not very strong, I should say. On the higher time frames, like way backed up, yeah, I mean, they're very inverse correlated, but all right, so the USDT dominance, we got the breakout on that and the pullback, and we got a bounce. So for most of the week last week, we saw the USDT getting a little push to the upside. We have flipped the dynamic reactor green, but we are below the quantum reactor. But if this comes up and the quantum reactor kind of flattens out, and then around here or so, they both turn green, and this is like sitting down here, or it comes down and bounces, well, then we start looking for it to come back up to this upside order block. And what that means is more downside for Bitcoin and altcoins. Like I said, still very much in the middle of the range. Bitcoin and assets, other cryptos are at the bottom of the ranges. They're trying to get back in them. So we really want to see this kind of, we just want to see this kind of just dump. Otherwise, we're screwed. Not really screwed. We're okay. We're going to survive. I promise. I will survive. I will survive. Chris Klein, that sounds perfect. What did Chris Klein say? That sounds perfect. The Liquid Diddy. It's 47 here right now, 9:34 p.m. Oh, yeah, man. The cooler weather is here. We had a nice storm last night come rolling through. And, of course, that typically means cooler weather. Guys, it's going to be like 70, like 3 days this week, which is amazing. Absolutely love it. I love it. I need to go get some stones so I can build a fire pit for my backyard. Something that I have not done since I moved in. Since I bought me house. Need to get some stones from work and build me a fire pit. I'll show you. I'll record some stuff and show you guys. Go now, go. Walk out the door. I see you, Alexander G, singing in the chat. Literally cool. Literally cool. All set. All right, so we had this little channel going here on the S&P 500, but you can see the breakdown here. But of course, it was just coming down. Well, didn't really test anything. But now it's gotten back above both quantum and dynamic reactors. So we want to see some continuation here. And I think we'll get it because we do have these relatively or even equal highs up here. And I think it'll want to come up and take those out. I did over the weekend check out BTCC. I tried to put in my stuff to get verified, so hopefully soon I'll be going over onto that. I'll go over that in just a second. I'm kind of getting a little bit of ahead of myself, but I went and I put every single thing, every single stock that they have as a tokenized thing on there, and I'm gonna start trading more S&P 500 and Nasdaq and stocks, whatever stocks they have on there. So we're gonna start looking at more stocks, and I'm gonna need to change my name to Lunar Beaches Trading, LBT. It'll still be LBC, but because that's the tried and true. That's I can't change the name. I can't sell stickers that say LBC on them and then change the name. I just gotta change the C into something else. Lunar Beaches Corn Dogs. I don't know. Still above the daily and quantum reactors, or daily and dynamic quantum and dynamic reactors on the daily chart. Thank you. So still looking pretty good there. And the thing about these quantum and dynamic reactors is they're freaking killer for stocks, bro. Especially if you go out here to the weekly. Look at this. The dynamic reactor was an amazing buy spot. Dynamic reactor, buy on the weekly. And just look. And if you just continue to buy, as they're both green, just continue to buy. All right, where are you, Alexander G? Lunar Beaches Co. Hey, there you go. Diversification is clutch. Lunar Beaches clutch. Lunar Beaches calls. I like that. I like that. Now this is the COVID crash, okay? It's an outlier. But I mean, man. I mean, look at its history. This is going back to 2010. And once you get back above both of them and they turn green, and if you just kept buying because they were both green, like, think of the returns. Think of the returns. Nasdaq the same. Both of these are also looking pretty good, okay? They look like they still have more up in them. Nasdaq, once you get back above both of them and they turn green, amazing. Both green, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Below, not looking too good. 3 days also pretty beast too, especially if you want to do more not so like, you know, holding on to stuff for years type deal. The 3 days actually pretty boss too on these stocks. But the reason why I really want to start trading these things is because if I go down, let me go back to see the, no, I like the, either way, doesn't really matter. If I go down to the 5 minute, these freaking charts play the old ICT, because this is what he does. They just it plays so much better. They play so much better than crypto. Like all my rules that I use for Bitcoin that almost never play out because it just doesn't seem to work for Bitcoin. They work on here. And it makes me mad. I think I can even go all the way down to the 1 minute. And you can, not financial advice, but you can even, I think you could 500x on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ on BTCC, which is kind of needed because they don't move tons of percentages. So yeah, if you, as long as you know your risk to reward and you know you're doing it properly, you'll be fine. People, I mean, you're just talking about doing all different kinds of contracts, right? It's basically the same thing. All right, market open. Actually, you take liquidity pre-market, push it back to the upside, and you come back down to the consolidation block. I mean, it just comes right back down to it, and it's disgusting. Because you got a nice big push here, and this is the 1 minute chart. Nice big push here. I mean, what if we throw a VWAP on it too? Just for extra poops and giggles. I mean, you're above it, so you're looking for longs anyway. Don't get the VWAP slap, which is fine. Right below the low. Aim for the high. 0.41%. Risking 0.8%. Quick, someone do the math. What is 0.8 times 500? Every time we're down, Lunar makes it right, and that makes him larger than life. Chris Klein over here rhyming. He's a poet. He might have known it. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. And then you get this. You get the breakdown here. And on the breakdown, what do you get? You create a fair value gap. And then what does price do? It actually rejects the fair value gap and continues to the and goes to the downside. Amazing. I just love it. And then what? You got some equal lows in here? Do we come and tap them at all? Yet? Probably not yet. Oh, they getting tapped. You bet these lows are getting tapped. Ah, it's just such prettier movement in the chat on the chart. I want to trade this so bad. Maybe I should get a prop account. Relatively equal lows down here. Be careful. I'm still pretty bullish on these two. It's just pretty much across the board. Like, are we gonna come and take out the lows before we go up, or are we just gonna turn around? Russell not looking too hot. Just keeps failing after it breaks these highs. As a matter of fact, I'm getting rid of this. It's not working anymore. These trends have failed me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of all my drawings on here because it's too much. It's too much. ICT, get rid of that. Power of 3 on BTC. Time frame. LBC stock market king. King is spelled with the K. Wait, never mind. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, little fish. Thought that was Britney. That's Backstreet Boys. Wait. Bye 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 is NSYNC, first of all. Don't look. I know it. I just know it. Don't worry about it. But I promise you. Okay? JT is from around here, so we got to know. We got to know these things. What was I? NQ should be fun. Yeah, exactly. NQ should be fun. Hold on. Power of 3 on BTC. 4 hour. Okay. 4 hour. I'd have to see how you're drawing it up. Hmm. Hmm. Bet it looks even better on the spot chart. Take these off. Get rid of all that. Actually have these. Let's see. Accumulation. Manipulation. Distribution. Now this might not be what you were talking about exactly, but yeah. So what you get: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Blow off top. Here's your blow off top. I wonder if Justin Timberlake has his own coin. No, JT was an NSYNC. Exactly. See, I know what I'm talking about. Backstreet for life. Ugh. Good. No. uh, excuse my French. Um. Bang, bang, gang, gang. That would be nice. It may not be what you were looking for, but thank you. Just what I needed as plan B. There you go. All right. Wow. It always goes by so quick on Macro Mondays because I go over so many different things. Anything else? Oh yeah, let's go to the BTCC list here. All right, so what do we have? So we have Apple. Let's go to the weekly. Let's zoom out. Did I turn this off? I did. Turn that back on. There we go. All right, Apple, Amazon. These are all the stocks. They have gold and silver on there as well, so I put those on here too. But these are all stocks. Look at this. This is Alt Sigma Corporation. I have no idea what this is, but it doesn't look good because if it has anything to do with them buying altcoins, then they're probably not doing good right now. AMD, bullish, whatever that is. It's been nothing but down, bearish, pretty ironic. Bitbit, which is Bit Digital Incorporated. So it looks like they definitely have a few crypto related stocks on there. Of course they do. They should. We've got BTCS. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Finance Regional Banks. It's a bank. Is it a Bitcoin bank? Is that what we're looking at here? Pretty neutral. Up 70% year to date. Sheesh. Oh, here it goes. Engages in the digital currency ecosystem, okay, and blockchain technologies. It manages an online marketplace where consumers can purchase merchandise using digital currency such as Bitcoin. The company was founded by Timothy City and Michael Handerheim on April 15th, 2008. headquartered in Silver Spring, Maryland. What were they doing before Bitcoin? That ribbon looks like Party Snake. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Cypher mining has been going pretty ballistic. Clean Spark not going ballistic. We've got Coinbase on here, of course. We've got Costco, Circle, CrowdStrike, FG Nexus, which is doing horribly. It's got the German 30 index. I guess this is their top 30 companies or something. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Google, Robinhood, Intel, JP Morgan, JPN, Eli Lilly, MasterCard, Mara Holdings, crypto-related Meta, aka Facebook, Microsoft, Strategy, MSTR, MicroStrategy, yep. Netflix, NIO, NIO Inc. Don't know what that is. Sponsored ADR Class A. Have to look that up. NVIDIA, however you say it. Oracle Corporation, Palantir, a lot of stocks. Riot Platform, SharpLink, Supermicro Computer, Tesla, everyone's favorites. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, so this is TSM. Uber, which I was looking at this last night, and I was like, ooh, Uber looks kind of uber bearish. We'll have to see what it does in the next couple of days, but not like uber bearish, but bearish enough to where maybe put some puts on it, short-term puts, but we'll see. UK 100, United Health, which looks like it'll be bearishly backtesting the quantum and dynamic reactors at some point. So it might be another one to get some puts on. We'll see. U.S. oil, which is below $57 a barrel, by the way. We've got Visa. Oh, and Walmart. I think Walmart's the last one. Yep. So a lot of stocks that we can go over. Should be pretty cool. Now these will be like long-term things, very much position trades. So yeah, maybe some options. Maybe we'll do some options at some point. But yeah, I mean, this is the weekly chart. Looking good. Oh, I also threw on now I have the Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. I wasn't even looking at this earlier. Just going based off of freaking market structure. Look at me. And the Not Market Cipher B, created by the one and only Not Jonathan Schaefer. Okay. We can see the weekly still green, but our momentum still is pushing towards the downside. So not exactly good. Not exactly what you want to see. As you can see, we have the momentum wave here, hitting its head there, coming down, hitting its head again, coming down, and hitting its head again, and then just continuing to push down as price is moving to the upside. So the momentum is waning, which you don't want to see, right? We don't want to see that. We really want to see it pop up here. The good thing is that the VWAP could pop up pretty soon. Our stochastics are almost reset. Yeah, almost reset. So basically just another waiting game. Just more waiting for another Trump tweet. And yeah, bearish divergences here on the Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. That's also here on your momentum, of course. What are we getting here? Bullish quantum reactor on XRP and XLM on the 1 hour. And look, we've got money flow on both indicators in the green. We've got VWAP. We got the VWAP trying to get back above that 0 line. We are at the intersection of the quantum and dynamic reactors. If this can push up and then that quantum reactor can turn green, that would be fantastic for XRP. Because everything else is looking pretty bullish. We've got our trend fusion sitting above the 0 line, our true 7 above the 0 line, our money flow above the 0 line, money flow above the 0 line here on the not market cipher indicator. RSI is green. Generally looking pretty good here for XRP. Still want to see that dynamic reactor, yeah, that's actually the dynamic reactor. We still want to see that turn green. And XLM, pretty much the exact same, which you kind of expect between those two. Just want to see it get above that dynamic reactor. And for that dynamic reactor to turn green. Something like that. Let it get up high enough to where the dynamic reactor turns green, and then come back down, sweep internal lows, however they would show up in here. They could be like this, or they could be, you know, a double bottom, aka equal lows, and then you come down and sweep those. But the sweep is just a back test of the reactor, and then we'll look for more upside. So I'll keep you guys updated on anything that I see in the Discord. Be sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description. It is also pinned in the chat. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll see if we actually have some trades, go over any potential trades that we take tomorrow. And yeah, but generally speaking, we're hopefully finding a bottom. We've got a little bit more work to do. The charts just are not quite bullish enough, but we're almost, we could almost be out of the woodwork. Almost. Not quite. We'll see. Like I said, not bullish enough. The charts are not bullish enough. Well, they got a little bit more work to do. But yeah. What's going on, JR? Thank you for joining at the last second. Get some sleep, bro. But yeah, thank you all for joining. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out and subscribing to the channel. If you are new, hit that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create new content when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice. So it's just not. So don't come to me looking for financial advice. All right. I was in an Asia session. There you go. All right. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and I'll see you tomorrow in the chats. I do hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you all tomorrow. My love. Peace out. God bless. See ya in the next one. I don't know which song to play. Let's play the Metallica one. No. Let's play the Pink Waves. Yeah, let's do that one. All right. Love you. Bye. Bye.
the surface where the candles glow. The tide's been turning, yeah, we already know. Liquidity whisper where the whales once fed. We're circling profits, painted green and red. Chart lines ripple like waves in the dark. We smell the blood, we're sharks on the charts. Sharks on the charts, yeah, we ride through the storm. We're riders together where legends are born. LBC sails where the market makers hide. Cut through deception with the lunar tide. Fair blind shimmer like the moonlit sea. Order blocks tremble when they're faced with me. The market makers play their wicked art. But we bite back first. We're sharks on the charts. Do you hear it? That pulse beneath the waves. It's the heartbeat of the market. And we're the ones who feed. Sharks on the charts, chasing truth through the blue Candles burn where the shadows creep. Price cuts low, yeah, the trap is set. We circle close, no mercy yet. Hear that hum, it's the market's heart. The tide is turning, now play your part. Sharks on the charts, farts in pain. Wave riders rise through the crimson rain. LBC sails through the broken parts. Born for the hunt, we're sharks on the charts. Yeah, on the charts. They fake the faith, they rig the game. Push the price, then hide the shame. But we see clear through their mirrored art. We ride the waves, we tear apart. No gods above, no luck below, just blood and profit, ebb and flow. Sharks on the charts, take what's ours. We feast beneath those falling stars. Moonlight cuts through the market stars. LBC forever. Sharks on the charts. They build the traps, we break the chains. They move the market, but we move the waves. They build the traps, melodic, blues, metal solo. Think the unforgiven meets wherever I may roam. Sharks on the charts, no turning back. Wave riders charge through the candle cracks. Market makers fall, we